Well, that was a movie. This was kind of unique because when I saw Night Swim, I heard it was bad before I saw it, and so I expected the worst. With this one, I just knew it was a slasher. I didn't watch the trailer. I saw like a promotional image of the killer and I saw the poster and that's it. And so I was kind of hyped. We just got Thanksgiving this year or last year and I saw that one in LA and that was awesome. I saw it at the Vista Theater in film and it was a great experience. It was such a fun movie. This one, about 5 minutes in, I was like, oh yeah, no shit. It's about politics, which is like one of my least favorite things in the world.
So boring, man.
Okay.
So I went from being like this to more like this. If I had to describe this movie, it was kind of like a race to see which political candidate could overact more than the other person.
Founders Day.
Don't you dare lecture me about Founders Day.
And spoilers, they both fucking won.
To beat my high score.
This movie just wasn't that entertaining, and I feel like movies are supposed to entertain us.
He said anus.
All right, let's get into it.
The good.
There are some cool camera shots and lighting, and then also the killer didn't look half bad.
Ah! That's a scary mask, bro.
So with the wig and the judge gavel, the killer kind of reminds you of something, and I can't remember what it is.
I made a bunny.
So not sure this is actually a positive, but for me it was, because there's a town council meeting, and during that, all of a sudden, the current mayor burst in, all drunk, and she's giving like the worst drunk speech ever. It's like she's overacting the drunkenness. It has to be on purpose, I feel like, because it's so bad. It might be one of the best, worst scenes I've ever seen in a movie, and it's fucking epic.
This is America. This is America.
Everyone's like kind of concerned because people were dying in the town.
5 people are dead.
And at the very end of the speech, I think she said something about like voting for her. It was awesomely fucking bad.
Yes. Yes.
I think the best thing about this movie is the ending, because the killer reveal is actually kind of thought-provoking, and I did not expect that in this movie, because the rest of the movie is pretty bad. It might be one of the worst slashes I've ever seen, but then the ending, it almost feels like it was meant for a better movie. Maybe they had that ending first, and they just kind of wrote like a half-assed movie to tie into that, because when the reveals start happening, it's fucking wild.
Now the bad.
So like I mentioned with the mayor, it's not just her that's bad, it's like the whole cast. The acting is like terrible, and I could not believe this was like in a theater. And I will say that there are like 2 actors in it that are actually like pretty decent, but the rest of the cast, I don't know what kind of movie they're in. I feel like everyone's in their own different movie, and it's like they didn't know whether to be serious or over the top, and they're just all of the above.
A town festival with a mass killer running around.
Whoever it is just getting showy.
So there's a glimpse of this in the trailer where the killer shows up at this bridge and their headlights of the car are just beaming over the camera lens. The killer shows up, grabs one of these characters, and starts like hitting them with the gavel, right? And the headlights are kind of making it silhouette, but then it's like a shaky cam, and I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on. I think I even said that to my friend. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. And it was kind of a bad sign for the rest of the movie to come. So there's at least a couple moments where the killer is stabbing somebody or killing somebody, and there's another character in the same room, and they're just kind of watching, almost like waiting for their turn.
That reminds me of Austin Powers.
Another bad thing about this movie is the fact that for a long time, you don't know who the main character is. So you don't really know who to follow. It keeps introducing like this character. Now you're with this character. And I'm like, okay, like what's going on here?
What is this?
And then you finally realize it's this girl, I think her real name is like Noah Grace or Grace something.
What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony!
So like I mentioned before, the mayor is overacting like crazy, and her rival candidate is overacting even more than her, I feel like. He's like the dad of this girl that goes missing or whatever, and it's the whole time you're just like he's kind of annoying though. It's not like even like a funny overacting. I don't know what kind of movie he was in or what kind of direction he was given. His anger level was like up to like 11.
Don't you dare lecture me about Founders Day.
And he would just like yelling and always mad.
Shouts too.
And so every time he was on screen, I would just like,
Okay, kill him!
so another baffling moment, there's this scene where these people are hooking up in this classroom, right? And the girl runs off. And when she's running though, she has a bra on and she's holding her chest like this, but she has a bra on and she's not like that big on top either. And so it's like kind of pointless and it's kind of weird that she's running like that. Even my friend that's a female, she mentioned it too. She's like, why is she holding herself like that? Why? But it's not like she's running fast. It's like one of the worst tropes that I hate is like when someone's supposed to run super fast because the killer's after them and they're kind of like just trotting. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, what is this?
What is this?
So another bad thing is the loud pop music they play sometimes. It's super loud and overpowers the dialogue. And so sometimes characters are talking and you can't tell what the hell they're saying. And I don't know if that was on purpose because the dialogue sucked or what. It almost felt like a montage and it was supposed to be like the montage is supposed to like end now, but the music's still going.
Say boom, 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 then everybody say way-ho.
I can explain.
So I guess you could say this is mild spoilers because this didn't happen in the movie, but this is my vision for what should have happened. So the killer has this British wig on the whole time, right? And they have this judge gavel with a knife that pops out of it. You can call this killer the judge, and they should have this courtroom scene at the end of the movie and have all these characters end up there. All the remaining casts that are still alive end up there next to people that are dead in the town and kind of have like a epic happy birthday to me kind of vibe.
Happy birthday, dear Jenny.
And then all of a sudden the killer shows up on the judge's throne and they're kind of like judging everyone and deciding if they should die or not in that room.
Death! By exile.
There could also be killer reveals during this. And so all of a sudden, more people show up in the same killer uniform. And so you're realizing like, oh shit, there's more of them. You don't know who's in on it. And this is like a good reveal to reveal their faces, take off the mask during this courtroom scene. And then you can have the main character, Grace. It's like she's tied up and forced to watch all this. Maybe she's on the witness stand. Maybe she's asked certain questions. And so based on her answers, like certain people will die in the room.
I'm sorry. That's the wrong answer.
So I think it'd be awesome to have both mayors displayed publicly in the town, maybe like on a flagpole or like some kind of like display for some event they're gonna have in the town, like on Founders Day, where they have their heads cut off but stitched on to the other person's body in front of the whole town. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I gotta stick mine. What can I say?
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on!
I hesitate to say it's a full-on cash grab movie.
Maybe. I don't know. Not really.
They did try, and they did have an interesting ending, but there's only one way to rate this movie.
Oh, it's just a bad dream. I'll wake up soon.
All right, guys, that does it for Founders Day. Tell me in the comments below, what's your favorite slasher movie? Help a brother out. Give me a like, subscribe,
Stick around.
hit the little notification bell,
I didn't know bell.
and I'll see you next time when I review Madam Web.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
If you guys are new to this channel, you can watch another review I did on Night Swim. Around here, somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be at. Maybe it's down below, somewhere on here. Thank you for joining sephVision. Seeing movies through my lens.